All right, so welcome to Tales from the Field, How to Avoid Burnout. We've already asked you guys how many of you guys are feeling the burn, and it looked like 90% of the room, if not 100% of the room, is feeling it. I'm Monica Rathbun. This is my cohort, John Morehouse. As you can hear, my voice is squeaking. I recently lost my voice, so forgive me for the mouse tone as I talk. Just kind of bear with me. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I'm John Morehouse. I'm a principal consultant with Denny Cherry Associates. I've got some contact information up on the slide. You're welcome to email me, tweet me, whatever. I've been working in IT since I was 18. I'm now 46. Yes, I had to think about that this morning. So I'm 46, so I've been in IT for a really long time. So I've experienced burnout more than once.
So I'm Monica Rathbun. I started my career as a lone DBA for 12 years, doing everything, including working while I was in labor with both kids. So I am all about doing everything all of the time and totally burnt out. I'm now a consultant with Denny Cherry Associates as well. All my contacts information's there. I blog, I speak, I tweet. He does too, all over the place. We are both very much workaholics, right? You never actually leave work. You're constantly doing something, and our actual side things have become part of work. Blogging is kind of a hobby of mine. Speaking is kind of a hobby, so you never really leave work behind.
Don't know what I did that twice.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So this is how I get past getting my burnout. I am a single mom. I do work from home. I have 2 teenagers. One's now in college and one's now a junior. Before that, they were dancers. Major dancers. So I actually worked in the car and had companies like Jimmy John's deliver my food to my car so I could continue to work. And then we started with consulting, and I started working from home like the rest of you. My problem, as I talked about a minute ago, is I never know how to start my workday and end my workday. So I became something, and I created a steady routine, which I think is essential for stopping and starting your workday. So I get up the same time every day, which happens to be the same time my kids have to get up and go to school. How convenient. And I get up, I shower, I get dressed for work, I do my makeup, I go downstairs, grab coffee, and then I start my workday. But every day starts like this, because I find if I don't get up and actually get to work, which is the office in my home, then I don't actually start and begin my workday. So by getting dressed, not having my yoga pants and my t-shirts on, or getting straight out of bed and quick going to my desk, grabbing that coffee, then I don't get into my work mode. And therefore, when I don't get into my work mode, I never leave my work mode because I'm still in my home mode and I've mixed the two. So it was extremely important for me to have a steady routine. Like I said, I get up the same time, set my alarm, and I report to work, even going down the stairs. My traffic jam is my cat sitting on the stairs. That's my commute to work. And I dress for work, and I report to work. So I report to work every day at 8 a.m. or 7:30 a.m., depending on what time I'm there. And I go and we're in Teams chat, and I'll say good morning to everybody, and I truly have my morning coffee conversation around the water cooler or whatever, and I start my day saying hello to my colleagues, start my work at the same time every time. So I report to work. And then second thing is you have to leave work. When you're at home, it is so easy to continue working, and then all of a sudden it's 6 p.m. at night, and you just want to finish one more thing, or one more email comes in, or you have a client that's in a different time zone, and you just want to answer that one more thing, and you never actually leave at your time. So at 5 o'clock, I stop my day. I leave my office, I close my laptop, and I do not turn it back on. I do not walk back to my desk, and I do not turn it back on. My laptop never goes into my living room. My laptop never goes into my kitchen, and never goes to my kitchen table, because my work is my office. I report to my office, and I leave my office. The minute I take my laptop into my living room, it is in my home space, and now my work has moved with my home space. So having these there, you report to work, you leave work, and then you're home. Don't intermix the two. The only thing I do is take my laptop outside and work on the patio on beautiful days, just to reward myself. But report, dress for work, dress for work, dress for work. Because when you are comfy in those sweatpants and t-shirt, you're in your home time. Dress for work, report to work, leave work.
Who here reports to work in their pajamas? Not me. Just a few of you. Okay, that's good. So most of you all report to work, like you get dressed, you have a routine, you follow a schedule. That's awesome. That's really a great way to make sure that you avoid that burnout, as Monica said. She mentioned one good thing about leaving work, especially if you work from home. And I will tell you that, whoops, one too many slides. As she said, and I will tell you that I am 100% horrible at this. As we mentioned at the start, I am a workaholic. We're both workaholics, but I'm a huge workaholic. It is not unheard of me to start my mornings at 7 o'clock, and I end my days at 7 o'clock. I actually use Monica as somewhat of an accountability partner to get me to leave. We at Denny Cherry Associates, we're a close-knit team. We talk all the time. 24/7, holidays, nights, weekends, doesn't matter. We talk all the time. But I use my teammates to make sure that I actually leave work. Because if I don't, I will work until midnight and then rinse and repeat and continue to do that. The other thing that I really struggled with was emails. How many of you think that when an email comes in from a coworker, a client, a customer, whoever, you have to answer it right then and there? So there's a few of you that do it, that you're like me. I will answer emails at 2 o'clock in the morning if I'm awake and I see that email come in. I shut my email off. So I make a point that when I leave work, I shut down Outlook, I turn off my laptop, I do whatever, and turn off my phone. So I don't see those emails come in, so I can actually leave work. Now, I've got 2 small kids at home, so that they help kind of pull me away from work at times. And so leaving the office, as Monica stated, is super, super important.
So how many of you guys answer emails on the weekend?
Oh, that's another big one.
I have a habit. Like I said, I worked while I was giving birth to my 2 kids, right?
She's not kidding.
I have a habit. So I don't wear an Apple Watch. I don't wear an Apple Watch. All my kids have them and everything, but I don't wear it because if I got an email alert, I would be responding. No matter what message I got, I would be responding. So I've made it a point to stop the work, put my phone down. I do have emails that come up on my phone. I have Slack on my phone. I have Teams on my phone. I have all these other messenger apps that all of our clients have. So yes, I do. Okay, yeah, no, nothing's broken, and I peek. But yeah, I'll read it, but I won't respond. I will respond only if I decide to take the time, if I'm not interfering with my family time or whatever, or if I know there's been something critical going on, and it might be something that makes me feel better if I did something about it because I have OCD and I want to make sure everything's working when it's working. I don't want anything to break. So we all are good at that. That's why we're really good at our jobs, but it's not part of the requirement. Who says that you have to pick up that email and respond Sunday afternoon for something that can wait till Monday? Put the phone down, close the app, whatever you need to do. Don't wear the Apple Watch. Don't wear the Apple Watch because that will get you every time. I can put my phone down and walk away. I can close my laptop and walk away. I'm not going to necessarily silence this, and it'll get you every time. Leave work.
Leave work. The other thing that you do when you answer those emails, you answer those text messages, especially when you're trying to leave work, you're telling the other person that you're always available for them. Your time is just as in value as theirs. And so you're setting that precedence that they can contact you at any point in time. And I'm horrible at this. Monica will attest. I am absolutely 100% horrible at this. And it's an effort to, my time is valuable, and it's okay to make them wait. Obviously, if the world's on fire and they need help, yeah, we go help them. But if it can wait for a day, it waits for a day, maybe 2. I've got a client right now that I said, hey, I'm at a conference this week. I'll talk to you next week. That's okay.
Okay, who does this? Are you in this picture?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, come on. We all do it.
And for those that are watching at home,
Yeah.
it's take a real freaking lunch break, right? It is so easy, whether you're in an office or at home, to bring whatever you just microwaved or cooked or whatever, and you put it on your desk and you just continue to work because you're in the middle of something, you got your groove, and you don't want to break your mojo as you're working on whatever code you're doing or whatever, but you extended your workday by an hour. You actually gave them a free hour of work. Unless you're billable like we are and we can bill for that hour, you're getting paid for 8 hours a day or whatever your salary is or whatever. You just gave them your free time. So get out of your desk. Do not bring food to your desk. Walk away, eat. Go to those private rooms in your house. Go to the kitchen table, go to the dining room, go sit outside, go for a walk. If you're in an office, go to the break room. Reward yourself once a week and make yourself get out of the house. Go to that Mexican restaurant, have the chips and salsa and margarita, and take the lunch break. get out of the house, because we've been in the house for 3 years, right? So our continual day just gets longer. Now, when we were in an office, we would go to the kitchen, warm up our meal or order in or whatever, and we'd get sidetracked talking to people, and maybe 30 minutes went by or 15 minutes, you got away from your desk, or you end up sitting down having the conversation, right? We don't necessarily do that at home. I'm the only one at home during the day. I'm going to talk to my cats, maybe or whatever, but I'm sitting at my desk having a quick meal so I can continue on. Stop doing that. I have to actually break myself. Sometimes I'm on Skype or I'm in a meeting with the team or whatever, and I look and it's 2 o'clock. I'm like, holy crap, I gave up my lunch. And I'll actually go and do, you know what else I like to do because I'm home? Take a nap at lunch. Force yourself to leave. Take your little cat nap. Watch that episode or whatever you're trying to catch up on. Go to the couch. Give yourself a brain break and restart. It makes a world of difference on the heavy load and burnout that you can give by just giving up your lunch break. Get away. Don't do it. Every time you go to bring your food down, sit and say, oh crap, Monica said not to do this. And walk back out, right? Try it. If you can only do it 3 times a week, do it the 3 times a week. Try with one. Sit down. If you sit down with your food, get your butt back up and go take your lunch break. It's so important.
Another easy way to do this is it comes back with the accountability partner. So if you've got somebody, a mate, a friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever, if you have somebody that you can go have lunch with, schedule it once a week. Mm-hmm. I live next door to a Mexican restaurant that have really good breakfast tacos and margaritas. I literally, even though I work from home and my kids are at school, I literally have a calendar invite on my lunch or my calendar for every Friday for lunch with myself to go to get tacos and margaritas. And I had to do that because I was working every single lunch. So if you have an accountability partner that can go have lunch with you, use them to that advantage.
It's so easy to call DoorDash while you're in the middle of work or log on to the site. DoorDash, GitHub, whatever you guys use. Uber Eats. Order a sandwich, have it delivered. It's at your door. You go back to your desk and you continue working. It's so easy. Try not to do it. How many of you guys actually eat at your desk? That's at least 75% of the office, right? We all do it. That's one thing you can pull out.
This one Monica kind of already touched on is use the do not disturb. She kind of mentioned the iWatch thing. Who has an iWatch or a smartwatch? Yeah, so 40% of you, right? I actually had one. I used it quite a bit. What she had mentioned actually happened. Every single my watch buzzed. I was doing this number and always worried about what I was doing. This is just a Fitbit. It's just a tracker, just to see how many steps I take. That's it. How many of you actually use the do not disturb entirely on your phone? Oh, good. You're doing better than I am.
I'll admit I don't.
She does not do that. She struggles with that. But actually set the do not disturb on your phone. I understand that you can, and at least with the iPhone, I am an iPhone person through and through. I can specify what contacts can actually get through that do not disturb, such as my son's mom, if there's an emergency. Teammates can get through if there's an emergency or they need to contact me. My parents, my grandparents, siblings. Set that up and then actually turn on the do not disturb. My phone shuts down at 10 o'clock. The only people that can contact me beyond 10 o'clock are the people that I designate. Enable that. Do not give your cell phone number to your clients, colleagues, because they'll call you.
I see that look. He's giving his cell phone number to a client. I saw it. Guilty.
There are a few clients that do have my cell phone number. They can contact me directly. But they know that if they do call me, I'm going to come talk to them in person. They're not going to like me at 2 o'clock in the morning. But turn on the do not disturb. It'll be okay. Even for an hour, she mentioned taking a nap. I can't even get her to turn on do not disturb for an hour during the day to take a nap. That's okay. It'll be okay, I promise you. Set the do not disturb, silence the watch, silence whatever smart device you're using, but go ahead and turn that off.
Mm-hmm. You see that last one, leave the laptop at home?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So, again, I was a loan DBA for 12 years. That never happened, let alone have a vacation. I had my laptop. Now it's kind of glued to me, and my backpack goes with me everywhere. I mentioned my daughter's dance. I would have it at the dance conventions and everything with me all of the time. I try really hard now. I bring it with me, but I don't open it. It's there to make me feel better, to be honest, but I don't open it. If there's an emergency, I can't talk about it on my phone, or I can't get a colleague to do it. It is the very last resort for me to actually power on that laptop.
I travel with 2. So I fail at this too. Oh, we have an online question.
What advice do you have for people who don't have enough space at home for a separate office?
That's a good question.
So if you don't have the space, you have a place you can designate as that separate office. If the kitchen table is your separate office, then that's where you work. That's your spot to talk about that. That's your spot to do the work. Just don't move your laptop to any other spots. Find that corner, find that recliner, find that seat, find whatever alcove that you're able to work in, and that is your one and only work spot. Now, if you have to share that with teenagers that have to come home and do homework or something like that, you'll leave that work spot and just be done for the day, or have a secondary spot if you have to. If you got to go take a conference call in a particular place, maybe, okay, that's your conference call spot. But designate a particular spot so you can leave and go. Okay, we're getting closer.
Yep.
So got this one.
So one of the things that we really like to do is do things that are not IT related, not related to our day jobs. You'll notice out of the 4 pictures, 2 are mine and 2 are hers. You might be able to guess which one's mine and which one's hers. But only one of them really involves electronics. So I do play video games. Yeah, it's electronics, I get it, but it's one way. There's one game that I play, it's called Titanfall, it's on Xbox. That's where I get to control a big robot. Like, who doesn't want to play that? That's the one game I play. My kids play more games. The other thing I do is I do Legos. I have a whole collection of Legos, and Legos I have found recently, in the last couple months, Legos actually help me to calm my mind and get the chaos of my day job settled, and so I do Legos.
Reset. It's all about resetting.
Yep.
So I love to have a book where it's quiet. I don't have my electronics in front of me or whatever. I have teenage kids. Believe it or not, we have a table, a big dining room table. Who uses their dining room table? Be for real. It's always got a puzzle on it. And we turn up the music, we put our phones down, and we're sitting there doing the puzzle and talking about our day or doing something fun or whatever. Whatever it is, something you can decompress that has nothing to do with work, pick something. Because then you can free your mind, turn it off, whatever it is, whatever your activity. Have something outside of work that you can do in another space. Next one.
This one's super important. There's actually, if you need somebody to talk to, like if you feel you're burnt, like really ultimately burned out, we actually have a psychotherapist here at the conference on site. I highly recommend that you start talking to somebody. Talk to a colleague, talk to a friend, talk to a parent, a family member, find a therapist. And I'm going to pick on the men a little bit. We men suck at this. As a gender, we just completely suck about talking to a therapist and getting help. So if you need help, go get help, whatever that might be. We think that's, I talk to a therapist quite regularly. I found it very, very helpful, especially to manage my burnout. So definitely go talk to somebody if you need to.
So this is the most important slide. It's a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence. I am a workaholic. I am a type A personality. I am going to get everything done to this level all of the time, and that's the expectation I set for myself. But I'm also a single mom. They also have things to do. I have other things in my life that I have to do. I blog, I speak, I have all of this stuff, right? At some point in time, which took a long time, because I am a woman in tech, it's hard to say no, and you always want to be proving yourself, but actually being able to say no to a client, no to your boss, no to your kids, no to whatever request is coming your way, that is okay. And for me to accept that I could tell my boss, hey, I can't take that client on because I have too much on my plate right now, or no, I can't take my daughter to blah, 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 or I can't add this additional thing, whether it's personal life or work life, it's okay to say no. And sometimes I say yes, oh, sure, I can do that, no problem. What's the deadline or whatever, and then all of a sudden, I'm overwhelmed, like, oh my God, I got 6 things to do this week, and then this extracurricular activity just came up, or whatever, I should have said no. It's okay after you say yes and step back and say, hey, by the way, I looked at my schedule. It's just not going to work. Can so-and-so do this? Or maybe we can move this to next week, or I have this opening 3 weeks from now. Can we talk about doing that there? Being able to say no is a challenge. It is very, very, how many of you can actually say no and be okay with the fact that you said no to your boss? Okay, so out of a room of about 40, maybe 5, maybe 6 of you can say no. I don't want to say no because I'm going to do that next thing. Yep, I can do it, or whatever. And I want to be the one that can be relied upon, right? So saying no is hard, but it is okay. Say no.
It'll be
Nope.
okay.
You don't even have to give a reason. Nope. Not going to happen. Sorry.
With that, thank you.
Yes.
I think we're right at 20 minutes.
So there's the QR code, and in your app, there is a link. So I noticed in the app, there's like a feedback with a bunch of stars, and you can leave comments. That is the wrong section to put feedback. There's an actual link in the actual app that says feedback. Please click on that link, because that's how they gather the speaker feedback, and we get that and be able to build and make things better every time we give it. So
And we
if you
like
could do that,
feedback,
that'd be great.
so please give us feedback, good, bad, or indifferent.
Thanks. We appreciate you coming.